Ayo, it's Amarni and you're watching Take Flight.
Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Wings and 24 Karat Kev.
Hello.
And you're tapped into the Take Flight podcast. Today, we got our first female on the Take Flight podcast. Shout out Amarni in the building. Hey.
Special guest in the building.
Let's go. What's happening? How's your day been, man?
It's been good. It's been busy. Always, always something going on.
Work rate crazy.
Work rate ridiculous.
Straight up. Congratulations on our free promotions release.
New single out now on all
Let's
platforms
get it.
everywhere.
Let's get it.
Amarni free promotion. Here we go.
And this is some free promotion for you right here. Let's be serious. All right, so you're obviously straight into a bit of a different lane with this one. It's a bit more up-tempo than usual R&B hip-hop vibes.
Yeah.
What was it like getting in the studio and creating something of the Jersey?
Well, I just got back from the States, so like I felt like hella inspired. I heard a lot of that like Jersey kind of stuff there. So I guess I really just wanted to tap in, be experimental. I've been trying a lot of things lately. I want to show my versatility. So yeah, it literally just happened. Like, I don't know, it was just like a natural thing. I was like, I want to do something like Jersey. I was hearing a lot of like the Ice Spice kind of stuff. She's like hella dope, and yeah, just
Best tracks come naturally. Let's be serious,
for sure.
right?
Yeah,
perfect, man.
Hey, that Jersey sounds going crazy, eh? Even like, how people doing sped up versions of their songs for TikTok
Yes,
and stuff. I'm
I
like,
love
man,
that.
the tempo's getting too fast for me, bro. I'm 32 years old.
Oh, man,
slow it down, bro.
I know. Like, I love Party Next Door, right? And like all his songs are getting sped up on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's so cool though. Like, I want to like dance to them, but like I just also like want.
Yeah.
I just want to like
Hey, Dua Lipa and Calvin Harris, One Kiss, sped up.
That was heavy.
Single of the fucking millennium.
go.
TikTok's
Yeah, let's go.
doing its thing right
All
now.
right, talk to us a bit about the process of turning that track around, because what happened from my point of view is you uploaded a snippet of something you did in the studio,
Yeah.
and then like a week later you released it.
I know.
What was that the plan?
That was crazy. No. So no plan whatsoever, right? So I actually went into the studio to record something completely different, like promotion for a remix I have coming out with a massive artist. And we were recording it, whatnot, and then I just did one take. So I did about 50 takes of that. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm going to quickly do a take of free promotion. Anyway, I just really liked the video and I sent it to Jalal, and I was like, hadn't uploaded in a couple days and just wanted to do something spicy. So I uploaded it and it went viral. I was like, what the hell?
Real
Like,
quick.
I've never had that kind of hype from a snippet.
Okay.
It was just like, and I said to Jalal, like, we looked at each other, we're like, let's move. So literally that night, it went viral that day. That night, I went and shot the cover. I shot it at 11. I sent it at 1 a.m. to the UK to like get it edited. Next day, straight in for distro.
Work rate
Work rate,
crazy.
work
Work
rate
rate crazy, man.
We
There
don't play. We don't
Nah.
muck around for sure.
Hey, you just said you were initially in the studio to drop a hype for a feature. You had an exclusive artist on there. Can you tell us who that is?
Yeah, I think. I
Yeah,
guess.
let's
Why
just
not?
hey, Take Flight
Manager's not in the
exclusive.
room.
Take Flight exclusive.
She's actually like a really dope Brazilian artist. Her name's MC Mari.
Awesome, man. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not tapped into Brazil,
be
but
honest,
I'm
it's-
gonna be after this.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
back on free promotion, can you rap the first line for us, please?
Was a few. Oh, supercalifragilistic on some hoe shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah, I had to Google that
Well,
Come
man.
on, Kev.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's obviously like the standard word, but this one's just like XP on some hoe shit because, that's just what I was feeling at the time.
Hey, it happens sometimes, man.
All right.
Not you, you're married.
I know.
I'm in a committed
You men be
relationship.
wilding out here.
Hey, don't box us here right now, all right? Married man over here, married man.
The other thing I noticed about free promotion is that, like you mentioned before, it was very TikTok-led. Is there going to be a music video for that one, or...?
I was literally just talking about this on the way here. Like, I hadn't really thought about it because like it was just all so quick, and like I'm working on music videos for like a lot of other things, but like I think in the next week I'm really gonna like start tapping in and getting some ideas down.
I thought you were gonna say in the next week we'll film it and have it out, and I'm like, all right, work right, really crazy.
Nah, my
Okay,
videos
come on.
are hectic. Like
We've seen.
I like to from choreography, styling. I'm like every videographer I've ever worked with, they're like. I'm like on this count 5, 6, 7, 8 down, left, right. Like I'm just so like in the process. Like I just want to make sure like it's like exactly what I want.
The
So-
joys of being a dancer, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
so that's what I always try and say. Like I hear things so differently to what maybe someone else will, because I'm hearing like an artist point of view and also like the dancing side. Dancers hear like the background, not even like the main, the main beat that you hear. So I guess, yeah.
It turns out with some hectic videos in the end.
For sure, yeah.
Hey, I don't know how people even like sing and do choreographed dancing at the same time. I'm just watching it and I'm like, fuck, that takes like a lot of practice and like a lot of skill. Because like I can't even fucking.
I was gonna say next segment.
I can't eat and watch the TV at the same time. You know what I mean? Like,
next segment when we get you in, it's gonna be you teaching Kev how to do anything remotely.
Yeah, got you.
All
of
right,
course.
Online, you called. Oh my god, I nearly forgot the name. My apologies. Free promotion, the Bad Bitch Anthem of 2023.
Sure.
Can you name 5 tracks that you would throw onto a Bad Bitch playlist?
Like my other artists?
Bad Bitch Anthem playlist.
Definitely Meg The Stallion, Hot Girl Summer. Say Ice Spice right now. She's honestly, her EP, like, so inspired by that. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Lotto. She's one that's like really, really doing her thing right now. I love what she's doing.
Look, not a bad plaplaylist.
There you go, Amarni's Bad Bitch playlist. I might just add some Lil Kim in there. Drugs by Lil Kim is my favorite song ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Lil Kim. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much like new stuff coming out. I'm always just like trying to catch on to the wave.
Yeah, I'm just 32 years old and jaded. Like, so don't even listen to
The moral of the story is Kev is old, man, and shows it. All right.
I love that though. I love that. It's good.
Free promotion we saw online already has like 3,000 TikToks made to it.
Yeah.
3,000 individual TikToks. You're obviously one of the most prolific Australian artists when it comes to the TikTok world, right?
Yeah.
How did you manage to not only build your fame but maintain it over this period of time? Because it's been going for a while.
Yeah, for sure. I think just honestly like being myself. Like I've always said what I want to say. I've always been like super direct. I share the good, I share the bad. I love to dance. I guess it just comes natural to me. Like even like on a day-to-day basis, like my friends say like your story always looks so like busy, but like I don't think of it like that. I just naturally like document everything that I'm doing. If I'm eating something nice, if I'm training in the gym, if I'm whatever, it's just like a natural thing. And I feel like people really feel like they're like a part of the journey. So I guess, yeah, just like being myself and just
Amen.
And being consistent, that's another thing. Like I'm always posting. There's not a time where I'm like, I'm not putting out content. And if I'm not, I'm like stressing. I'm like, what's next?
Consistency is everything. I've said this many times about Take Flight. Like the reason we've been able to do what we do is because having to find something to post every single day or hopefully where, again, it can be hard for an artist because they think, oh, I've only got songs or music videos to post. But there you go. You found a whole range of different ways, whether it be dances, your day. Consistency.
Even like when my friends that I hang around, like they are the same as me. So like we naturally, like when we're together, instead of, sitting there talking shit or, gossiping or whatever, what, a lot of people do, we're like working on TikToks, working on choreography. Like we all have this, like, we have our own like vibe that we all just love to like, take photos, videos. So it just like works naturally. It's not something I have to think about.
Is there anything that you put on TikTok just for the fuck of it and it just ended up blowing up?
So many, TikTok's one of those things you just like don't know like what's going to work and what's not. Like one time, what did I put up? Oh, I was at the beach and I just like put my phone on the sand and I just like ran into the water, didn't dive in, got millions of views. Or another time, like just, I don't know, it's just random. And then I feel like whenever I put so much effort into something, it never works.
Yeah, that's the thing, hey. It's like sometimes
like I'm like, this the one. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. At this part, I think when you just don't think about things, it really like translates, so.
100. I was on your TikTok the other day and I didn't even know that you could post still images on TikTok.
I know.
Because I was on Amarni's TikTok and I was like swiping across. I was like, wait, is this Instagram or TikTok? I was like, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
So like,
again, Kev showing his age.
Well, I mean, obviously you've got a great handle on the platform. And I feel like a lot of artists in 2023, TikTok is such a huge discovery tool for a lot of younger fans, particularly to find music. And a lot of artists are trying to tap in and trying to figure it out or crack the code, so to speak. And obviously you've done it. So it's like, fuck.
But that's another thing too. do. Yeah. I feel like, you know, I hear so much conversation about people complaining about, I don't want to do TikToks, I don't want to do this, but like, let's just like work with like what's happening at the time and just adapt. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's so important. Like as artists, like, you know, everything moves so fast. Like the younger, like even like my little brother, he's young, but like, you know, I watch what's going on in their world and I want to tap in and I'm like, how can I break that market? You know, you can't think like, oh, I don't want to do TikTok, so I don't want to do this. Like you just have to like tap in.
Important message. Yeah. Important message.
It isn't 2003 anymore, you fucking flops. Sort it out.
Yeah, like just get on with it. Do what you got to do. Like we're out here hustling, like, you know.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. I saw, this was a while ago, I just remembered it. You talked about, you know, people getting into TikTok, dancing, doing all that crazy shit. But you said you were doing that years before TikTok was a thing.
Yeah.
Dancing in front of...
Yeah.
What was it like when TikTok came along and you could finally show that side of yourself?
To be honest, it didn't change shit for me because like everyone knows like growing up, I did everything like on my own accord and it was never like a trend. Like I used to dance in my room. You know like how TikTok is, the quick little videos? I used to do those in my room and everybody used to roast me for them. Like, what the fuck is she dancing in her room for? Why is she doing this? Why? Bitch, you guys are all doing that now 5 years later. Like, you know,
True, but
I don't really give a fuck. Like that's just like outside noise. Like I love dancing. I love to create. I love jumping on trends. Like even that's how I really popped off, to be fair. Like I used to jump on every like dance challenge that came out. It started off Juju on that beat.
Oh, hard. Yeah, hard.
That went viral. Then I used to jump on the challenges all the time. The artists used to repost it. And like that's really how like my following grew and started.
And not only that, you're able to translate that into your music real well. Because I saw you drop a little thing maybe 2 or 3 days ago. You did like a verse, a singing verse for Ardi.
Yeah.
Ardi? How do you even say his name?
Ardi.
Ardi.
My apologies. And yours is already his top reply to that video.
Yeah.
Is it connect from Ardi yet?
Somebody connected to him, but not him personally yet.
Yeah,
but
right.
inshallah.
Anyway,
Hey, RD's peoples, get in
reach
touch.
out.
The comments are really nice, so it's dope to see because it's something different from me too. Like, you know, usually I'm always like talking on my hot girl shit.
It was nice, man. It was nice. Do you have a favorite genre to go into? Because you obviously do the rap shit.
My favorite genre to like listen to is like deep R&B. Because like I'm such a deep, I'm a Pisces, so like, you know, I'm a little emotional. I like, you know, I really like I'm a deep kind of person. I don't like fuck with people like on a surface level. It's always like
fuck with Aries. What can you say about an Aries?
You guys are interesting.
In a good way, obviously.
I had my first situation with an Aries. My brother's an Aries.
He's a legend, obviously. Yeah, absolute legend.
And then I had it like, I met someone who was an Aries. You guys are just very like in your way. Sure.
There you go, brother.
I am.
Can you guess what star sign I am?
Not really, because I don't like know you like that.
Yeah.
But tell me, what are you?
I'm a Taurus.
Wow.
That's bad, right?
No.
We're just gonna say it is.
I'm stubborn and materialistic, apparently.
What?
Isn't that what Taurus people are?
Definitely stubborn.
Yeah.
Star signs are too much, man. Shout out Aries, though.
Hey, shout out Aries.
Shout out Pisces.
Shout out star signs, aka birthday racism.
Hey, shout out Star Signs by Sailor Goon. Is it
Starsigns.
Starsigns? Sailor Goon.
Shout out Sailor Goon. She's a bad
Billy
bitch.
Marie.
That was a crazy segue. Well done for that one,
you
bro.
know what I mean? Shout out.
Yeah.
All right, let's switch it up. You had a lot of success in Brazil, obviously, with Beyonce.
Yeah.
Hitting the viral charts. Where were you when you found out? How did you find out? And what did it feel to be able to see your track going wild across the other side of the world?
Like, we released Beyonce 9 months before it like ever went viral. And every time an artist releases a song, they're like, this is the one. But like, for it to translate in another country was just like, I felt so happy and it was just blowing up. I felt like it just happened naturally. You know?
Do you know what kicked it off? Was it just like a Spotify thing? I don't
know, but like I had the top song last year on Instagram, like top 5 songs, like up with Umbrella by Rihanna, K-pop, I think there was in there.
And Amarni Beyonce, that's what was it.
Yeah.
Shout out Brazil.
Shout out to everyone that did a reel. We had like over 1 million reels for Beyonce.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, like, so that was crazy. I'm grateful.
I think that's such an important story because I think, of course, in like the hip hop and R&B worlds, everyone wants to make it in the US, and then in the recent years, everyone wants to make it in the UK. But I've said it so many times that the world is bigger than the US and the UK.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
And that's something I've learned for sure.
Yeah, your story is such a great example of that. It's like you never know, something just might pop off in Brazil. You know, Rule, who's like a pop R&B singer from Australia, he's massive all over Thailand. He's gone gold in South Korea and all that. Like the world's bigger than that. And I think when people think about, you know, going global, we should be thinking about, you know, India, China, Brazil, you know, all these huge countries with like a lot of people who are hungry for music.
For sure. I've always thought like that. Like everything I do, I'm like, I want to tap into every country. You know, like it's just so important. The world is so big, and it's like until you get out of here and you experience, like especially for artists, like experience music in other countries, you just see it from like a different perspective. Since I've come back, like since coming back from the US and Brazil, I made my best music because I genuinely just like, I grew in that short period of time. I seen multiple artists make music. I met like even Brazil, like the way music is there is just so different. And it's like, we're not even like aware of what's going on in these countries until you go there. So like, I don't know, like it's just a crazy experience.
It's
really.
hectic. You got the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
On that note, you know, obviously the thing kicked off in Brazil, and then after that you released some lyric videos in Portuguese and stuff as well. And then you went to Brazil, which you just mentioned. So I feel like it's one thing to see, you know, oh, this track's got 1 million reels, or this track's on so-and-so chart, but to actually go there and see it in the person, how was that to actually see it in the flesh in front of your own eyes?
Surreal. Like, it gives me goosebumps thinking about it because it's like literally like opposite side of the world. I don't know if it's opposite.
It's the other side of the world. That's all right.
Yeah, but like.
How long was the flight?
Oh my God, don't even remind me, like 44 hours to get home.
So it's probably the other side of the world.
It took me 44 hours to get home. It was honestly, first time I ever took a sleeping tablet too. So I was like,
yeah, great idea.
Wow,
That's
crazy.
intense.
But yeah, it was crazy. I performed at the YouTube Awards there. I met the biggest artist there. I tapped in with like the head of all the like distribution companies, like met so many amazing people. And I went to Ronaldo's house.
Hey.
How the hell did you link up with Ronaldo and end up watching the World Cup at his house?
I was working with his son actually, and I didn't actually like, I'm just a real chill person. Like I'm not someone and like that will kind of like fuss over, you know, like people who are successful. But like, I think we just like really fucked with each other like on some like friendship shit. And he was like, I want you guys to come watch the World Cup at my dad's house. And I was like, that's so cool. And then I went there and I met Ronaldo, I met his whole family. I met David Grootman, which is like, I didn't even know who he was. And then
Wait, explain.
Yeah.
Who's he?
He is like top dog in the US. Like he runs like all the nightclubs. Like he actually broke Anita in the US.
All right.
Anita's like the biggest Brazilian artist. He broke her in the US. Anyway, and he was like telling me how much he like loved my song. And I was like, what? Until I was like, do you know who that is? I'm like, no, I don't. But like.
Shout out to David.
Yeah. It's just, you know, you just connect. It's so crazy. Like our country is so dope, but like it's also so small. We don't have a lot of people come out here because it's so far. So when you get out this country and you just like meet all these people and you're like, wow, there's so much going on in all parts of the world. Because I always like thought US too is like where I need to be. Like, but really like my second biggest country is Japan.
Hey, if you can pull up into the K-pop crowd over there, don't worry about it.
Yeah, for sure.
You mean J-pop?
Hey,
bro, don't get us all confused.
No, it's my bad.
Wait, isn't it K-pop?
That's Korea.
Oh, disregard everything I just said, all right?
I thought I was the blonde. I thought I was the blonde in here.
So give us a lowdown on Ronaldo's house.
We had the best food. Like, wow, the best food.
Like what?
Like the chefs like made food while we were there. We had this Brazilian like meat. I don't. The food was just like wow. And there was these Brazilian drinks called caipirinhas. One drink, I promise. See you later.
Oh, yeah. That's like Kev with a soju.
Like even Jalal can, you know, he can drink. After one drink, he's like, "Are you lit?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm lit."
Oh my god.
No, it's like Brazilian alcohol. It's like cachaça.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know if you guys know what that is.
No.
I swear, like one drink, your body's warm.
All right. I don't know what you just said, so I'm going to go back and watch this later and go buy some, right?
No, you have to try one.
What's it called?
Caipirinhas.
Caipirinhas.
And the alcohol in it is called cachaça.
Cachaça. All right. Guys at home, go get lit. All right. Go on, Kev.
Speaking of going around the world, you also went to the US. I think you mentioned before as well, you linked up with some guys like Wiz and Ty. So how did that link come around and what was that experience like? Because you just said you're into kind of like the down-tempo R&B stuff. And for me, Ty is one of the modern masters of that sound.
Yeah, for sure. He's king of that sound. Well, actually, when they came out here, I met Roddy's manager, Kiefer. Shout out to you. And we just all got along really well. Just like on some like friendship shit, you know what I mean? And then when I went over there, like he like looked after me, my girls, like met like some amazing people, some amazing artists, like got to watch them make music. Was inspired as fuck.
That's hectic.
So, you know, look, it just all happened naturally.
In saying that, you know, look, we put a little post up about it. And as people do, they get in the comments saying some disrespectful things you may or may not seen.
So you mean like how people like insinuate like we're like sleeping together or something? Oh, that's cute. That's just like when you I don't know, humans these days, like even if you get seen with a guy, it's like, oh yeah, he's definitely hitting it. Like it's just like if that's how you think, like you're so like, I don't know, this is so dumb. You know what I mean? Like women and men can have interactions like on some genuine shit. It doesn't always have to be like sexual.
Amen.
You know, I don't know. Do you guys agree?
I got a whole lot of girlfriends and I got myself a wife, so I think I'm doing just fine. I highly agree.
Yeah, for sure. It's just...
I swear sometimes I get hate. Like someone will DM me something and I'll reply and they'll be like, oh, I'm actually a massive fan. I was just bored. Like, love your work. And I'm like,
whenever you respond to the hate, it's like they literally go like complete opposite. It's like, what? It's like, do you have a personality disorder or something?
They do. They got nothing better to do with themselves, man. On the flip side, you get a lot of love from some Australian artists. Some guys are, you know, in the comments. Moses from New Wave. Shout out to my guy Moses. Did you hear his song Die Young? Have you heard his little bar about yourself?
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Do you have any rappers in your DMs? And I don't want to know names because I don't want to have to cut this out because they're going to get... But are they in your DMs?
For sure.
Hey, shout out the boys shooting their shots out there. Good luck.
Hey, I really fuck with what they're doing too. Like, shout out to Moses and... I don't know if Tactics.
Yeah,
Tactics. Like I really like what they're doing.
That duo between them, oh my gosh.
I like it. Shout out to you boys.
My dogs.
That 6G's track was fucking fire.
New Wave, Tactics, Moses, everything you do is hectic.
Oh yeah, that's what they call New Waves.
New Wave. Fuck
with that.
Yeah, the boys.
So the other day, me and Wings were preparing for this interview. High key research and preparation like we always do for all of our guests. And
why are you guys making me nervous right now?
No, don't be nervous. Wings said, you know, we should ask Amarni about what the name of her clothing label means. And I said, it's Amarni backwards, you fucking dickhead. So
you know how many people, so many people like don't get that. I'm like, it looks so like, it's so obvious. But like
Inrama is so smooth. And I literally sent a message to him. And as I sent it, I looked and went, fuck. And I got the message back. I was like, I know, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, so how's that whole element of your output going? Because like you mentioned before in your music videos, you go 110% with the custom outfits and this and that. So how's the clothing label front of things going?
Amazing. Like, it's just like I'm so passionate about fashion that it's just natural for me. And like I've been drawing out outfits since I was a little kid. Like my stack of drawings is so big. I used to paint a lot when I was younger. And like I said, I have a passion for fashion. But it came naturally. Like I've always wanted to have my own label. I was sick of putting all these other like brands on. Like I used to do a lot of brand deals. I don't know if you guys followed me at the time. And I was making these companies like so much money. So like, you know, just wanted to do my own thing. And like every time like I pop out, like I want to be wearing my own shit. So
how is it to get into the fashion world? Because I know just making a few shirts for me was a whole lot of issues, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like especially trying to get shit done overseas, dealing with how is it getting into that side of things?
Definitely like a learning experience. Like I really like learned so much, lost a lot of money, but I mean it's all like trial and error. And I mean if you don't throw yourself in the deep end, like how are you gonna grow? You know what I mean? So I'm just, I found like where I need to sit. I found like best suppliers. And we're just pumping out
I love the look of the stuff. Look, can't see myself in any of the way for obvious reasons.
Well, guess what? I'm actually doing Inrama men's.
Hey.
So I'm gonna have to drip you guys
Model
out
services
for sure.
are available.
Yeah.
What are you getting in the men's department?
Like
full tracksuit vibes or
like no, like top tier, like fur jackets with hoods.
Hey, here we go.
Jeans, like imagine like Amiri, but not designer pricing, like affordable, like designer, like wide leg pants, leather pants for men, like
let's go.
Crazy shit.
I can see Kev rocking that.
I can see you rocking the fur hood, man.
100%.
Hey, and on that note, scrolling through your Instagram, we've seen a photo of you in a full two-piece purple Ed Hardy. It's an Ed Hardy party.
Yeah.
Ed Hardy, sponsor the show.
I love Ed Hardy.
If you guys are still active, sponsor the show. So we're going to just name some fashion trends from the past and some from today. And you tell us if you want them to kind of like come back or you want them just to stay in the vault. You know what I mean?
And if you've ever been a part of these trends also.
Okay, let's go.
So first one, LED belt buckles.
No.
Yes.
But imagine walking around with your name, Amarni, just flashing across everywhere you go.
Yeah, if you give me that idea, that's probably cool. But I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if it came back, but do I want it to come back?
No, fair.
Hey,
all right.
I felt pretty passionate about that one. But
You just want 24 karat Kev on you anyway.
100% I do.
All right, visors worn, upside down and sideways angle. So picture the visor, upside down, up this way. And for those guys listening at home, I'm sorry, go watch the video.
I've never seen that.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Eminem used to do it heaps.
Oh, actually, I kind of remember that. Yeah, I'm not really into that.
Fair.
Not into it?
Even if I seen a guy wearing it, I don't know if I'm like...
Yeah, look, it'd probably come across, especially out here, a bit want to try hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you never know until you try hard. But anyway, next one, polo shirts with the collar popped.
If I cut it up, for sure. I love cutting shit up. So yeah, I could see that.
Oh, you're thinking for yourself a mid-riff situation?
Yeah, if I made it rip, I cut the sleeves.
And real quick, while we're on the fashion topic though, I can imagine your dad pulling up with the popped collared polo, by the way. He's a stylish looking man, all right? So I could definitely see him pulling up in one of those.
Yeah, for sure. My dad's definitely in his bag when it comes to fit drops.
The man.
Yeah, he's always got the latest drip on. Actually, thanks to me, I got to give myself credit where credit's due. When we go shopping, the guys in the we went into Harold's and the guys to my dad, you're so lucky, your daughter's your stylist. I imagine I don't have a boyfriend, so I just like to dress my dad because I'm very passionate about fashion. So yeah, I love the drip. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Amarni's dad. You look great, bro.
Shout out to the dad drip.
All right, last one, platform Crocs.
I'm not mad about it. I've seen a few people wearing them.
We got one.
I haven't got Crocs yet, but I'm warming to them. But then the Yeezy foam runners, I was one of the first to have them, and everyone used to be what are those? But I like different shit. But the Crocs, I'm actually starting to warm up to them. I think I might buy myself a pair.
Crocs, sponsor the show.
Crocs, hey, actually,
let's
Crocs,
go.
For real. I went to their event not that long ago.
Really?
Yeah,
they're doing cool stuff.
They had a little Crocs event. I went down and got myself a pair, but I think Amarni needs a pair, and I think we need some pairs on here.
Yeah, Crocs.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
We're actually running out of money on this podcast. We need that sponsorship.
We'll switch it up again. Self-love is a massive message that you provide throughout your songs. Obviously, you came through on Mashallah. You know what I mean? Did your thing on that. You also came under a whole lot of controversy in doing so, right? How did you deal with the controversy that came out of it? Because it wasn't just online. It hit news platforms as well.
Oh, God, what's new? Anytime I do something wrong, it's a bloody headline. But, I mean, like I was saying before, that's outside noise. It's all the same people that were complaining about what I was saying listen to Nicki Minaj, rah, with the mob. It's just I don't know. It's just if they're going to be mad about anything, if they're not going to be mad about that, they're going to be mad about what I'm wearing. If they're not mad, you can't really I can't push my focus onto what they're ranting about because it's always something, even if I'm not speaking about something. And really, it's not even controversial anyway. When you say mashallah, when you say that when something's beautiful, something's amazing, you love something God's done that's amazing.
So that would have been a surprising outcome to put out this song and get the absolute opposite from.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't. It was just a certain group of people, but it doesn't bother me.
Hectic.
You're so right about the whole thing about we're talking about hitting the news outlets and Daily Mail and stuff like that and all those sort of websites. I actually went for a job at Daily Mail a couple of years ago, right? Straight up, because I'm a journalist.
Maybe you could have went there and said some like real shit, because like the headlines these days are like just getting boring.
No, but get this, the job interview, they literally gave me a picture of The Weeknd and Selena Gomez, one picture, and they go, write an article about this picture.
And it didn't matter.
And
what
it was literally like you had to be like, The Weeknd stepped out with Selena wearing a black jacket.
Really?
See, you know what I mean? The whole article is just based on that one picture, and it's just like, yeah, like you said, anything they just pick up on and they'll just run it. And it was like, and the job was like Tuesday to Saturday, 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. because it's a 24-hour news cycle. And I was like, I'll just do Take Flight.
We got him.
That's it.
And speaking about some of the other songs, you also aired out some issues on Phases, right? Mm-hmm. Has music, do you think, been a therapeutic output for you to get these kind of issues out? Like, do you like putting your life into music for that reason?
For sure. And I feel like a lot of people like have an issue with that. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't retaliate to a lot of things. I don't speak out, but like my music's that one outlet where it's like everything I'm feeling, it just like happens naturally. It comes out. It's my best way to express how I'm feeling. And yeah, it is what it is, really. Yeah. Like, do good by me, and I won't have to talk about it.
All right, we're not going to piss you off. We're not trying to get our own song out here, all right?
And you mentioned Jalal a couple of times on this pod. So for anyone who doesn't know Jalal, Lazy J, obviously, I was talking to someone the other day actually who called him one of the best executives in music in this country, which I think is
less. That's it.
Very, very fair statement. You know, a lot of people might overlook him, but I swear to God, he knows what the man knows what he's doing.
For sure.
Obviously, your success as well as some other people in the camp, like Up Until Late, Larissa Lambert. We mentioned Say Lagoon before, of course. So, what's the vibe inside the New Levels camp, and how did you guys like first link up?
I guess we all met. Well, Kirill and I were producing like before I was ever like working with Jalal. But we all just were on the label. We became friends. We're like a family. We move like a family.
Were you friends before the label?
Yeah, me and Kirill were. Larissa and I weren't. We didn't know each other. But I mean, like, we all have an understanding. We're like, you know, and like we move like that too. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, shout out to Jalal. Shout out to New Levels. Like, Jalal like is one person that like genuinely cares about his artists. I'm not saying no one else does. I'm just saying like everything he does for us is like in our best interest. It's never about a bag. It's never about what's in it for him. Like he puts his artists first, and like every day he wakes up, he's like, what are we doing today to like, you know, like further you guys or like push you guys more. It's like I've had really bad experiences in the past with like managers and contracts and all the rest. And like with Jalal, it's like he's like my brother. So it just feels like I don't need to worry about anything, and I can focus on my creativity, and then he would just like handle the business.
100%. And I really like you said that, because I feel like a lot of artists, you know, they want to be independent.
Yeah.
And they get in the mindset, I mentioned this on the podcast before, they're on the mindset of independent means I have to do everything myself. But all the biggest independent artists, of course, have a team. And it's like,
for sure.
The artist is supposed to focus on the creative element of, you know, the music business, and to have someone like that who looks after kind of like, you know, the business and the admin and all these other worlds that are kind of foreign to an artist is so important. So how do you think that like upcoming artists, or do you have any tips for upcoming artists when they're coming up? How do you find that team and know that they're right for you?
I think ultimately like working on yourself, that's the first thing, because, you know, a manager can't do much, or a team can't do much for you if you don't have it going on yourself. So like, you know, you need to give them something to work with. You need to be doing something different. You need to obviously be creative. So I'd say like the first thing would be working on yourself, and then finding people that inspire you. Like, you know, everyone I work with is like family to me, from my stylist. It's like one of my best friends, my manager, like Jalal's like literally like I'd die for him. That's how much I love him. Like he's like my brother. And then, you know, like my dad does a lot of things in the background, obviously like solid, my dad. My dancers, they're like my sisters. Like every time we have a show, like we're like out together. Whenever I go have any events, like they come with me, you know. Like I just think it's important. Everyone in your team needs to be like solid and have your best interests at heart. That's the way you're really gonna move, because, you know, what's that word, like
Were you gonna say there's no I in team?
I was, but like
you tried to make it better. What do you got?
No, now it's just fucking up.
I lost it. I'm sorry.
I just feel like, you need to have a solid team, but also like you need to trust each other.
Mm-hmm.
that's just how I feel like.
I'm not involved in the back end of the music industry side, but the more and more I hear about it, I feel like all these independent labels have the happiest artists out and about. Not that I can, but anyway, good on you guys.
Yeah, you just have to, I'm really big on like trust. If I trust you, like we can move forward. You know what I mean? So I just think it's important to have that kind of stuff pat down so everyone can focus on what they need to do. Because when everybody focuses on what they need to do, you guys can like move forward. You can't do everything. Like I can't do my emails. I can't discuss fees. I can't and then go in the studio and be great too. So yeah, for sure.
You mentioned something really important there again at the very start. I really liked that you said that even though a manager is obviously supposed to help out with the back end and these sort of things, the manager can't make you want to succeed. You're supposed to want to succeed as the artist yourself.
Of course.
The manager should not be fucking calling you saying, get
in
the studio.
This sounds personal.
The manager should not be calling you saying, get in the studio, write some songs. You have to fucking want to do that. Then a manager's supposed to help you do that.
That's what I was saying. You have to give the manager something to work with. Like if your manager has to call you and say, why haven't you posted? Why? Like my manager's never had to do that. He's like, I fucking love that you just like, I wake up every day, I'm like, what can I do today? Hey, I've done this. What more do I need to do? It's like, if you're not giving your manager that energy, it's like, don't complain about what they're going to give you. You have to like feed off each other. It's a team.
Two-way street.
Amarni's
social media schedule on lock. Get it correct.
We're gonna dive a little bit deeper into some of the new levels team. All right. Okay. We're just gonna ask a few questions and you just give us your best answer of who it may relate to.
Okay.
All right. Out of all the new levels members, who do you think is the most likely to get kicked out of a club?
Jalal.
I'm sure there's been a few times in the past.
Jalal is protective over us.
For like, good reason.
Yeah, like
kicked out for the good reasons.
Yeah, for sure. Like Jalal's like protective. If somebody's like, especially like with guys, like like especially when us girls are in the club, guys can be a bit disrespectful. Jalal's gonna pop out for sure.
Yeah, shout out Jalal.
Shout out Jalal.
Get him, Kev.
Who of new levels is most likely to live stream a first date?
Probably me.
Surely.
I still wouldn't know. I'm like in my like privacy era where
Hey,
just for the dates.
Before the podcast, we'll talk about the potential of a reality TV show with Amarni. It seems like the live stream date might be the segue into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My life's a bit of a circus. So I don't know.
Look, as much as you may not want a reality TV, I can see it happening. I could see it.
Look, I've had like, a couple different offers before. It just like, it didn't make sense at the time. And, I don't also want to be like this drama magnet where like, because I have a lot of shit that goes on in my life. Like I have a very like crazy life, but I just don't know if like it's a healthy thing to like, share that. But then also at the same time, I don't have a choice. Anytime anything goes haywire is like, it's out there anyway. You know what I mean?
Shout out Daily Mail.
Imagine how many Daily Mail articles you'd get if you had a reality TV show.
I know.
The PR would be crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Probably not for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to leave the studio at 4 a.m.? Who's always tapped in?
All of us, really. I think we all have like different like working schedule. But 4 a.m., probably like Larissa or me.
Tapped in.
We're like late stayers. We like night owls.
Hectic.
Are you one of those artists who finds like your best shit comes at a certain hour? Like,
I feel like I'm most creative at night, but I'm also like very productive in the mornings. So I don't know. Like I wake up, even if I go to bed at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm still up at like 7, hit the pads. I'm in the studio sometimes early, and then sometimes I'm in the studio like late at night until 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Just depends on what's happening at the time.
I've seen them Instagram videos of Lazy J out there like going on jogs and shit at 4:30 a.m. or something. I'm like, man.
Yeah, he wakes up early. He's a very like routine kind of person though. Like he likes to wake up, have his coffee, go to the gym. But it's good because by the time I'm up and I've had my gym session, we're on the phone by 8 a.m. Sometimes we need to hit the drawing board again, we'll have a meeting, discuss what needs to be done for the day. It's good.
Shit. I feel unproductive now. I get up at like 10.
Nah, you're crazy, bro. My life is a routine. 6 a.m. up, eat at 9, eat at 12, go to the gym at 3:30.
That's good though.
Has to
Routine's important because it holds you accountable to like what you need. You get a lot more done, 100%. Especially when you're up early.
All right, moving on. You've also expressed your love for Drake numerous times.
Yeah.
What do you think's the number one Drake project?
Ooh.
And why?
Oh, he's got so many. I think Certified Lover Boy was just like a time. I don't know why. I just love that project.
So on the topic of giving praise to people that aren't Drake, are there any emerging artists out of Australia that you like to co-sign on the Take Flight podcast here? Anyone that should be keeping an eye out for?
And a little bit about them. Even if it's just one person with a little bit of knowledge on these people, we just want to spread the word of someone who deserves that little bit extra praise.
Ooh, that's a very interesting one. Someone I'm really fucking with right now. Actually, today I followed Pania. Pania, right? That's how you say it. Yeah. She caught my eye a couple times. And like there's been a lot of like every time I get tagged in something, we're always like tagged together. So I was actually just looking at her page before I got here. And yeah, I really fuck with what she's doing.
I could see an Amarni Pania collaboration, I'm not gonna lie.
She's cool. I've met her a couple times, but like I've never really had like a conversation with her.
Yeah.
But like seen her doing like the Kalani shows, like girl power, baby.
Amen to that.
Tiki is a fucking jam, bro.
Oh.
I haven't listened to much of her stuff. I was just scrolling through her page. I think I seen the I think it's Tiki. She's like winding and stuff. Yeah, I think that's the one I saw. Yeah, but yeah, shout out
Tiki
Pania.
is a hit and
like
P is for player. Oh
P is for player.
If you haven't heard that one, you need to go home and listen to
P is for player.
Oh my god.
Player shit, you know, I like that. I like the sound of that.
It's also PLAYA, not ER. So
player.
It's
player.
Player.
Sure.
Player.
Last year, speaking of collaborations, last year you were out collaborating with JC on Sexy, which was
Big J in the cut.
Whee! SOA, big slap. I love that song, man. I actually really enjoyed that song. Are there any other collaborations you have coming up? Anything special other than your Brazilian act?
Sure. I have a really exciting collab coming up with an Australian artist.
Are we going to get the exclusive again?
I don't know if I'm allowed.
I think you're allowed.
I heard that you were allowed. Honestly, I'm not even talking shit right now. I heard that you were allowed to give a Take Flight exclusive. Because that's what we do on the show.
That's what we do. We give exclusives.
Okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I don't know if I'm allowed, but anyway, here we go. I got a song coming out with... Oh, I can? Okay.
Amarni's currently looking for the approval from Jalal in the background.
This is building up the anticipation so much.
and that collab is...
Yeah, I got a collab coming out with Hefs.
Oh, yeah. Okay, heavy. Yeah, is the song already done? Already ready to go?
Yeah, it's fire. Fire.
Can we talk anything about the track or we...
It's something different. It's just like, it's different.
Shout out Hefs real quick,
Hefs went crazy on it. Shout out Hefs.
Craziest collabs out there, to be honest.
My brother, I love him. I love what he's doing. He's dope. He's such a humble person. That's why I really fuck with him. Like besides music, he's just like a genuine person.
I have to say he's a bloody good guy, man. Every time I met him out and about, he's been a great man.
Yeah, same. For sure.
I'm excited to see what it sounds like because obviously his last single went down that summer house, classic house route.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a little bit different. So I'm curious.
It's cool.
Any further hints?
He thinks it's my best song. He said it's my best song for sure. So he really fucked with the song. I personally love the song too. It's like something different.
How long we got for it? How long till it's out?
I reckon in the next like 2 months.
Oh yeah? Oh, awesome.
That's
real
soon.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. What else we got tapped in for the rest of 2023 for yourself?
Oh my God. I have so much exciting things coming up really. Like I'm in my bag this year, like my music.
Anything else we can talk about or that you want to talk about?
I have so many different things coming. I've been working on so many like different like types of music. I'm just really excited to show my versatility. I've been working on just being versatile and like trying new shit. Like the free promotion track is just like crazy different from what I've normally done, but like it's working. And TikTok's like really like translating right now too with my music. So I'm just riding the wave, I guess.
Are you heading overseas anymore throughout the year? Back to Brazil possibly?
Yeah, I'm trying to get out. I think I'm going to head to the States end of March and back to Brazil too. So got a lot of like potential collabs in the works. But you know, when you're out there, like whenever I've ever worked in like this kind of situations, like even with producers I've wanted to work with, like you have to go there. You know, you talk so much on like Instagram and all this kind of stuff. And it's like ultimately like you need to be in the same room, like connect energies. And, you know, that's how you really make
But you're right. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than a face-to-face conversation with someone that can amount to anything. You could meet someone one day, be in the studio, and with the next. Yeah. You could shake hands and have a business deal 2 days later. There's nothing better than an in-person contact.
Yeah. Get out of the DMs and get on a flight or do something.
Get out of the DMs.
Get out of there, Moses. Get out of there.
On all levels. Get out of the DMs and go experience the world for what it is.
That's
all right. Thank you, Amarni, jumping on the podcast.
Appreciate it. Take flight, Amarni. 24 karat Kev. We are here.
Shout out to Amarni and shout out to Brazil. One time.